Okay. I think we are cooking with gas.
You can have a seat on the couch, baby girl.
Okay. Let me take my wrapper off my water though. Because it says hotel.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Unless they're giving us some free water.
Right.
I actually sent in a proposal to Poland Spring. So
What's up, new shoes? Oh, yeah?
Some nice free water from them.
New shoes, new shoes, new shoes.
Oh.
Come hither.
Oh.
Yeah.
You want to sit
Say
on the
hi to
couch?
Shimon.
No, I want to sit on the couch. I did.
You did. That's why I said on the
I meant the chair. I'm sorry. I forgot we moved the couch. That girl got the roll up. I forgot I told you to sit on the couch.
It's okay. I'm not mad.
Just that fast, right?
Yeah.
Shimata is. You know Shimata?
Let's check
I
the,
do. He can see me
you
already.
see your mic over there?
He can hear me too.
Toni,
I got it in my hand.
let's check your mic and see if it's on, baby girl. Say something in it.
Hey everybody. Check 1, check 2. Can you hear me good?
Again.
Hi, it's me.
I sure do. I got you.
Cool beans.
Hi. Gotcha. Well, Dee, gotta check yours when you get over there.
Hey, what's up, sister-in-law? Donna Turner. Curtis, my dude, what's going on?
Is that Chuckles?
Yes.
Alright, let's check yours, Dee. I got you. You ain't even got to say nothing else. You have to do what's say
that was it.
And I got you.
And it just
you
see how fly you get when you do this for a minute? Listen. Okay, I'm moist. I'm spitzing. Hold up.
Wait, should I put my phone on Facebook Live right now?
It's hot in here to me.
No, it is, right? It's hot.
Yeah. I'm like,
The air
it's hot in
conditioning was
here.
out there when we first walked in.
What's that Prince Street TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. No, and that's the way do I go. Do this tonight.
Yes. And I am going to silence my phone because my phone be disrespectful as hell. People calling, ringing, and chinging in. No,
Wait,
I'm
I
doing
got
the
turned
show.
down though, right? Yeah. There we go.
So what's up? Did any of y'all see the Black Panther movie yet? Can I ruin it for anybody?
No.
Or did everybody see it? Hey, Mama.
Hi.
Mama Avisa Beak is in the room.
Do you want a camera on just you or
Is both of them catching both of us?
both of them kind of is capturing both of you, but I'm going to put this one just on you.
Okay.
So
Y'all know how we do.
yeah.
2 seconds to live broadcast on
And
gsradio.com.
the other one's here.
That is your camera right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am, that'd be it.
I was about to say something else. Black Panther, go see it. Because then I want to come back and talk about it.
When did you see it?
Just before I got here.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
You can't ruin it for me.
I had kidnapped Bruce and we had went to the movies because both of us wasn't working and we was just out being reckless in the street.
I'm
so-
sorry, I'm just single.
She just found out Bruce is my cousin. It's like, I can't believe you're related to him.
I cannot
Yeah.
believe that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know everybody has family members and cousins and things, but you know, I always say it's 6 degrees of separation between
Baby.
every person.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, OMG.
Sometimes it's not even 6.
Yeah, yeah, so I found out. Because the first he really did sound like my cousin to me. And he just like, hold the phone. Because if that's my cousin, that makes you my cousin. And how do we not know that we were cousins? And then that's when he told me, you know.
Yeah, that's how that
That would have been a whole lot.
It went
The most.
just like that. But Wakanda is beautiful. I can't wait for Infinity War. There's a lot going on. Y'all need to get to the movies. Much love to everybody who came out to Humble Beginnings. Again,
I'm so mad on this.
a happy 12-year anniversary to the humble family. Much love and appreciation. We turned the party out. We turned the party out.
Cheer dance was on point, wasn't it?
It what? Listen. Y'all know that cheer dancer was serious.
Oh my God, it's such a good cheer dancer.
And it was so much, it was some other stuff going on. But I don't know if I can share it with y'all because y'all run back and tell stuff. I might have to just tell her a little bit later.
Look, I'm all your
There's some
food.
people that had disappeared into that.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. I was like, you don't see me say they didn't see me say. That's what happened when you get into the humble punch. I'm going to tell y'all right now, because if you come to humble beginnings and you think you're a professional and you get into the humble punch, we will not be held responsible for your behavior after you have consumed 2 or 3.
30 seconds.
Okay.
Was there any pictures?
I didn't take pictures. I was actually... I didn't take pictures.
Good job.
Yeah, I did not take pictures.
Receipt.
There are no receipts, thank God, in this particular instance. Because it'd be like, well, what was you doing there?
10,
It would be like that.
9, 8, 7,
I know.
6,
It's okay. It's
5,
listen.
4, 3, 2, DeViouS, that's your camera, 1.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your man, DeViouS Ahmad, coming to you on another DeViouS Friday. Much love and appreciation to everybody who is joining us live on Facebook, everybody out there on GS Radio North, everybody out there on Ustream.tv. Much love, and 230 what countries? How many? 232 countries. You're being seen in 230. I didn't say that.
No.
I missed. That was what I omitted that part when I gave the promo. But you gonna be all right.
You sure?
Yeah,
I can't know.
absolutely. I'm good. I got you. So once again, I was just saying congratulations again to Humble Beginnings on 12 years. It is absolutely a feat to pull that party off every month for 12 years. It's bananas to try to pull that off because the transformation of the space is so spectacular that it's that's a job in and of itself. So shout out to all the Humble family. Much love and appreciation to you guys. Congratulations. Big up to everybody at Flow Party. We had a wonderful time. And Punch, the baby powder party. Listen, it's either elevation or humble beginnings. We got what you need. And I would be remiss if I did not, voice my condolences to Glenn Sound and to Charles and his family. There's not a whole lot you can say, except, may God give you strength, comfort you. May He be pleased with them, forgive their sins, and grant them paradise. That's all I can say about that. And I think there should be information coming up about Glenn's memorial. I think it's going to be at the Terrace Ballroom or somewhere in the Symphony Hall situation. But keep an eye on Marie Thomas's page because she is the one who is going to be coordinating that effort for Glenn Sound. That being said, it has been I don't know if it's magic or just pure skill that it has happened that I have finally got this young lady to my right down here to hang out with me for, DeViouS Fridays.
Oh my God.
Every time we tried to schedule, something was going on.
Oh my God.
And we were not able to pull it off. I think we were supposed to do this the end of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we are just now getting to it, but better late than never. And I'm so glad that we have, this opportunity to sit and talk with Miss Toni Bowens.
Hi. I think this is when it was just supposed to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't believe in accidents.
Yeah.
Everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen. So how are you, dear heart?
I am actually medicated and doing fine.
I know that you and me both. It's, it's that season.
The weather outside is treacherous on the girl's bones. Woo!
Yeah, and I'm so glad that what was supposed to happen got postponed. So.
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
I actually am too because honestly, I don't know the extent of how I would have felt. I was making arrangements to make sure that I tried to get in there as early as possible so I can get out, sleep it off. to go pick up the kids. And
Right.
you know, I was making all, you don't even understand how my phone was just like beep, 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 beep. And when they called me last night and canceled, I said, look at God.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Yeah, he won't.
Yes. Now, I want you to tell everybody where did the cocoa radiant come from?
Okay. It's really silly. I was sitting at my then job.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know that I used to work for Verizon.
Okay.
And I was in the Cranford office. I hated it. And that's a whole nother story. But at any rate, I was sitting there and I was reading a bunch of articles because I was the only one that had internet access, you know, because I was from another office and, you know, that's another story.
Yeah.
But at any rate, excuse me, I'm sitting at my desk and I'm reading this article about how the government can pull up your name and, you know, people that you don't want, no matter what your privacy settings are, they can find out stuff about you, this, that, and the third, So I was like, you know what? I don't want that because although I'm on social media, I don't really share a whole lot of my private life. Like,
Right.
you'll see stuff about my kids, but not really Toni.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to change the name. But I need a name that's hot. I'm sitting there, bored. And I happened to turn to the left. There was nothing over there. I turned to the right, and there it was. Johnson, what is that? Vaseline Intensive Care? That's where the name came from. I said, you know what? I'm going to just take it.
The cocoa.
The cocoa. That simple, that silly, that's all it was. And that thing took on a life of its own.
Yes.
They were like, that's hot. People were hitting me in my inbox, calling me on the phone, texting me. I really like that name. That's a really, what? Why did you change? That's hot. You should. And then when my song came, my song with, my first song with Joe Flame came out, oh, well, what name are you going to use? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, let me use my name. Are you sure you don't want to use Cocoa Radiant? I can't. It's not mine. I took it. Y'all trying to send me to the big house? What? Oh, my God. So I'm sorry I had to bore everybody with, you know, I had to stay with my regular name, you know. Because truth be told, when Toni Braxton came out, she wasn't supposed to come out then. It was supposed to be me.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm the first person with TB. You understand what I'm saying? Her initials are TB. My initials are TB. And I was really taking that personal. No, I'm really not loony. I really did take it personal back then because I was younger. You know, but I'm good. I'm over that now. You know, we share the same first name. So.
But you know what? A lot of people don't know this, but the DeViouS, I stole that too. I did. I really did. It was a friend of mine, and he was using it in a very nefarious way. Okay. And I was like, you know what? When he kind of disappeared, I don't know if he went away to camp for a few months. I don't know where he went, but when he left, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that and do something better with it, a little bit better. So he kind of reappeared briefly, and I was like, you know I stole your name, right? He was like, yeah, but it's all, you know, it's all good. I'm glad that it was able to do something for me.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it worked out because y'all know what I was using before that, so it worked out. But that's where I got the idea. So
What were you using before?
The Voice of Soul.
Okay.
But I just changed the to the, which is DeViouS, and that's how I got DeViouS.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't say DVS.
You say DeViouS?
I do.
Everybody.
That's because you acted up.
Who, me?
Aries.
What is she talking about?
No. It's not just me.
But you got to be on Instagram to see the real act up. Cause see, my mama is on Facebook, so I can't act up, and I hate always having to make sure that I, exclude her and my aunties and them when I'm cussing and saying all the extra stuff, and my little nieces, like I can't let them see all of that. So, and sometimes I just leave it on Instagram, but that's where the real act up happens. Yeah, that's listen. And the stuff that I don't even put up that's in my phone, it's a problem.
Oh my
One
God.
night, y'all just gonna wake up and be like, oh my God, Antoine, what is wrong with you? There's gonna be a whole bunch of that. I'm telling you, because I'm waiting. I'm waiting. It's the mood gonna hit me one night. I'm gonna have too much free time, and it's going down.
And then I'm gonna call you and be like, what?
Yeah.
Because see, when you personal cell phone number.
Yes.
You can call the person and be like, you good?
Yes. Like, are you all right? I see what you posted.
Yeah.
You want to talk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It could be like that. It could be. Look, it's very. Just when it happened, remember you heard it here first. So, is Joe Flame the first producer that you worked with?
No. I actually worked with John Crockett.
Oh wow.
And Charles Gatlin.
Get out of here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like years ago. I met. Oh God. John and I go back like peanut butter and jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even further than that. Met him at a house party that he threw one year when he used to live in Irvington.
Mm-hmm.
The music was so loud that the ceiling just came on down. We partied. Oh my God, I've never been to another house party like that ever. It was epic. So that's how I met John. And I met Charles through John.
Mm-hmm.
They were starting up their production company called Working Underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember how John and I just started talking again because, you know, life happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like, well, let me hear you sing. So I'm over the phone and I don't even remember what I started singing for him. He was like, okay, well, come into the studio, which was at the time in Charles's house. And I didn't know that they knew Libby because I've known Libby Jones and man, listen, a lot of people.
I haven't heard in a minute. Oh my God.
Yes, Libby and I were recording. Me, Libby, Gator, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Why is his name escaping me? Lord, please forgive me because he has passed on.
Oh.
DJ,
Not Camacho.
no, but him too. I've
Mm-hmm.
known Camacho longer than I've known John.
Wow.
I mean, I know quite a few people from years back. Cassie Ware and I, like, I'm not just name dropping. Like,
right,
when I tell you, like, these were like, you know, when you call each other family members. To this very day, like, Cass is still my brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Charles is my brother. You know, those are the type of relationships that I have with people.
Mm-hmm.
Select people. At any rate, my first song was on Siesta Records, and it was called How Lucky We Are, and that was a record label that was overseas.
Mm-hmm.
And then the label went and did other things and branched off into other things, and that was the end of that. How I hooked up with Joe Flame was on Facebook. I happened to see that we had a lot of friends in common.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at him like, I could swear maybe I know him from the past. Because, you know, just like when I talk to you, like, I could swear that I know you from somewhere. But anyway, I hit him in his inbox. I was like, you know, I sing a little bit, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's been years, da-da-da-da-da. And that's how that union happened. I went over there. He played like 15 tracks. 5 of them popped out to me. And I wrote the song in 15 minutes. We recorded it in 2 weeks. And then next thing I know, it was out.
Wow.
And that was locally, and I had never done that before, so it was very overwhelming. It was very overwhelming.
The response, you mean, from like everybody?
The whole, everything. The response, the actual fact that I was actually recording and it was actually about to be put out and distributed, and people were asking me for it. Then the remix happened. One of them, because I had 8.
Mm-hmm.
Please pardon me, I have a cough drop in my mouth.
That's okay.
One of 8 remixes happened for that song, from Jeffrey C.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff and Charles Dixon are friends. And unbeknownst to Joe and I, Jeffrey sent the mix to Charles, and Charles played it on BLS.
Wow.
Like 5 days after the release. And the song released on my son's birthday, so it was like, I'm like, you know, like crazy, goofy, you know. I own my goofy, it's okay.
It's all right.
And that's how it went down.
Nice.
Yeah,
So have you only ever sung house music or recorded house music?
I've only ever recorded house music that you all have heard. I've been...
She just talked to us.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Well, because, you know, when you don't know people and that's your only form of release is to listen to music and things of that nature, I was always one to have a radio with cassettes, with the dual cassette deck, so you could play on one, record on the other.
Yes.
So there I was. I was doing that with the broomstick.
Oh, that's what you. Oh, okay.
You know, and I would record myself. And I grew up on Tina Marie and, you know, all of them. Most people, no, y'all should know because y'all been on my page. I'm going to be 49 years old next month. So y'all know what kind of music I've been listening to. So I never claimed to be the best singer, but I know that I'm not bad.
Not at all.
And usually, when no one's really listening, I really kind of show out.
Yeah.
You know.
That's an Aries thing too.
Yeah,
I
I'm kind of
think.
shy.
Right,
People don't believe it. Shamaka's an Aries? What the hell is his? Hold on. What?
Yeah.
Shamaka, can you see my face?
Yeah, I'm gonna put your business in the street, bro.
Really, Shamaka?
Yeah.
I did not know. When is his birthday? April?
I think it's the 14th?
Of April?
Yeah. Wait, mine's the 6th. His is the 13th. This is the 7 days after mine.
That explains it.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes.
It explains a lot.
OMG.
It explains a lot. It really does.
Those outbursts are hilarious and they're random. I have to giggle because I crack up. I'm sorry, Shamaka. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, but I laugh at you often because you
No
are
disrespect.
funny. Okay.
Absolutely.
I hope we feel good after that.
Yeah. We all have to have a party together. That's gonna be absolutely. That's gonna be so much fun. Yeah.
A mess.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we need to do some of that. So now, what type of music do you want to sing?
Honestly, R&B and jazz. That is my. I can zone out and I can get in with my emotions through R&B and jazz. I'm a lyrical girl, and lyrics speak to me. Some of the oddest ones, they just speak to me. Ooh, I got something stuck in my lipstick. Hold the phone. No, but that's where my heart really, really lies. So when I write, I don't write. I write as a poet. I write as I just free write, and I have to pull lines from pages and pages and pages of things in order to make a song, because I write whatever it is I'm feeling. And sometimes it may tell a story, other times it may not tell a story. Like the first song, I Am, told a story. Karma, it told the story my way. It didn't really tell a story from what I was told, you know.
Like a traditional story.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was basically like, you know, whatever it is you do, it's going to come back, but it's going to miss me because whatever it is, I didn't do it to you. You understand what I'm saying? Because I always believe in treating people how I want to be treated. I am that girl. If you give it, be prepared to get it back. And you might not like how it comes back.
Listen, because, you know, I've had this conversation a couple of times because I'm the same way.
Right.
I am exactly the same way. Don't do it to me unless you are prepared to have it done back. And to me, in my head, people go, oh, well, that's petty, that's tit for tat. It's not tit for tat. I need you to understand what it was I was feeling when you did that. So I'm going to show you the best way that I know how.
Yep.
And again, like you said, it might not be the same way that you gave it to me, but it's coming.
Oh, yeah. I'm a firm
It's
believer
a
in
FYI.
that. Oh, God. Ooh, I have so many different stories. I could.
Listen, yeah, we could.
With the way my temper is set up, I had to go seek help because, you know, I was headed for destruction.
And this is why I love her, because we were sitting on the phone and she said something about anger management. I was like, oh my God, you too? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, if there are any other Aries out there, tell me if you also had to be referred to anger management.
Yes, my daughter.
You
Really?
She did. Your daughter's an Aries?
April 18th.
Get boom. And she right on the tail end. Right next to Taurus.
Yeah, but y'all
Oh my
Aries
gosh.
crazier. I'm a March Aries.
Yeah, y'all got that Pisces type of Influence, which is like a real mellow situation. April, you don't want it.
And see, but that's where I am because I'm on the very last day of March.
Oh.
So I'm right in the middle of Aries. There is no half and half. It is what it absolutely is.
Wow.
And I don't like try to say that like I'm Billy Badass because that's not it. But
I'm true to my sign.
I thoroughly am, and I'm okay with that. You either like me or you don't. For those that love me, you either love me or you won't. I'm really okay. I'm gonna be 49 next month. Yes. I'm so goddamn grown.
Right.
I'm sorry.
You a mommy?
I'm a mommy.
You have
two. I have two. I don't call him my step. I call him my son. Because I've been with Mark since Miles was 1.5, 2.
Wow.
Somewhere along that line. And he'll be 18 in July.
Yes, you are definitely.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm his other mommy.
Yeah.
So, and I love him. I love that man child. Because that's what he is. He's 6'4". His voice is deep. He's just the sweetest, kindest, most humble. There are no bad things that I can say about my non-biological son. That's the good way to say it.
Yeah.
I love him. That's it. I love him. Can't wait to see him this week.
I know that's right. Is he getting ready for college? Or is he in college already?
No, he's not in college. I think he's either in his junior year. Yeah, he's in his junior year high school.
Okay.
You know, and he's just, I just love him. If Hope McGill, if you're watching, I'm not sure if you are, you know that I love your son. Just wanted to let you know.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah, I just tell her you know, it's very rare when you'll have a relationship with
multiple parents.
Yeah, because I don't like that term, baby mama,
Yeah,
baby
I hate
daddy.
that.
I think it was so disrespectful.
It is.
And we are a blended family. Like, honestly, and I hate to sound all Brady Bunch-ish, but that's what we are. You know? She calls me, and we actually chop it up. And we going about our way.
Did you see my live yesterday?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I'm going to look for it, though.
For those, Tanya, something happened with your live feed over here. I don't want you to, it has an edit on the screen. But for those of you who did not see my live feed yesterday, and it was about what you're talking about right now, except it was the other end of it, because I was talking about when people break up and, you know, they want to bash the other person, especially when there are kids involved, and you bash the other person to the kids.
Right. I don't believe
that type of situation. And I think that is the worst.
It is.
Weakest things that somebody can do in or out of a relationship. Like, if you need to bash that person to make yourself feel better, this says a lot more about you than it does the other person.
Seek help.
Yeah.
Because life is so much bigger than that. And eventually you're going to move on like they have, if they have. Like, you don't have to be petty, bitter, angry, you know, all of those things. I mean, because I could be petty.
Yeah.
But you understand we're talking about relationships, and I get it, we're going to stay on topic, but I'm just letting you know that you don't have to be that way.
Right.
Just be grown about it.
For real. I mean,
we all get along better that way.
Yeah, maybe we'll explore.
People with anger management issues.
That's not something that you want to do. That's
all.
not where you want to go. So, when did you fall in love with house music?
Before it was called house music?
Back when it was
disco?
Disco? I was about to, yeah.
Disco. My mother, big influence. Like, a lot of people don't know I grew up in Hill Manor. When it was Hill Manor. Okay. When Prince Street Projects used to be standing.
Down the street.
Yeah, down the street. And there was a record store called Jimmy's Music World. And my mother used to live in Jimmy's Music World, and I have ridiculous amounts of 12 inches now. You know, because my mother passed on. It'll be 2 years this May, and I used to, when she was here, the albums were just sitting in the basement. I'm like, Mommy, you should just give me the records. I can go buy a turntable. She would never, ever give me the records. She's not here anymore. We had to clean out the house. Guess who got the records?
Mm-hmm.
You know, my sister wouldn't put up a fight about that. She knows, you know, she knew. So it was cool. So when I got my Bluetooth turntable, that doesn't work anymore. I sat for 4 days and I killed myself listening. Cuba. Remember that? The Gibson Brothers? Y'all wouldn't know. Forget it. I bet you there's people know. You wouldn't know. You should know this. You should. Quiero bailar salsa.
Oh, yeah. See, wait, you can't throw a name at me or a title. You gotta go into the chorus. Once you get to the chorus, I'm with you.
got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that was man. What?
Listen. Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So all those, and I'm sitting here reminiscing. Like, there's a file in my phone that says nostalgia, and those are the type of songs that are in there, and I put myself through it when I'm going, driving and stuff, which I'm gonna probably do tonight, and just give myself some therapy, some music therapy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have a question. Driving, you're not gonna be doing that again, will you?
No.
Okay, thank you.
No. Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to ask you. Was that?
I wasn't gonna bring that up.
You don't have
Did I bring it up the last time? I don't know. When was I forgot. Okay. See, what had happened was, for those of you who did not see that video that I posted that was totally dark, and I said, you don't need to see me, you just need to listen to what I'm saying, because it was craziness going on. And is there a short version?
I don't know.
think there's a short version.
There really is.
Okay, there's a person who got in my car, and I wasn't really comfortable with the person at first, but then we started talking. Come to find out, the woman was in the back, and she had wrapped up her whole head, and this was the only part that I could see of her face. But she had on like spandex and a tight top, so I'm like, how does that go together? Like, I don't get it. So then she was telling me she was a physical therapist. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I went to physical therapy. So she was like, oh, well, show me what you was doing. And then I didn't know that she meant for me to come with her in her house at 1:00 in the morning up in Randolph, New Jersey, to go and show her exactly what it was I was doing in physical therapy. But when I got up there, it turns out that wasn't what she wanted, because she taking a blanket out and putting it on the bed and telling me to take off my whoa, and I got on my longs. And you think, and we in your house now, and you still got this wrapped up.
Right.
This is all I can see. No.
List of things that's good that wasn't at the top.
Yeah. So, sometimes I do dumb things because I think it'll make an interesting story, and that was one of them. And I won't be doing it again, but it was an interesting story. It was, especially after I had just I didn't know what was going on. But anyway, we have digressed into two of our lives real quick, which is not what I meant to do. It's okay. It's okay.
My protector. That's the protector in me. Like, I'm one of those to a fault where I wear a cape all the time, rescuing folks. And I really kind of shouldn't.
That's why you and Bruce get up. That's why.
No.
That's
no.
I'm telling you, I had to tell him to take off his cape, like, for real, bro. Like, no, you can't do it no more.
I mean, I love Bruce.
Everybody do. He's one of those people too. Either you love him or you hate him. It's really no in between.
You hate him? You gotta have that type of. You have to have that type of sense of humor, first of all.
That's you have to have a sense of humor, because otherwise you gonna be like, I hate him. That's usually how people hate you. If you don't have that sense of humor, and somebody who always is trying to keep the mood light.
Yeah.
If you don't have a sense of humor, you're always going to take offense. You're always going to, well, what you mean by that? And that type of bull stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but no, capes running our family, pretty much. But, yeah, we have to put those down because I'm getting older.
Oh. Not as old as me. Not yet.
I'm coming up on your heels a little bit. That's a little something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we were talking, actually, we were discussing last night about you getting ready to do some more music.
Thank you, Jesus. It has been a journey for me. However, I'm actually, let me see. There's four songs that I'm actually beginning to work on. Lyrics done, tracks have been sent, melodies have been worked out. It was just a matter of me having to get in and record because I've been battling bronchitis since I can't tell you when.
Oh, goodness.
And every time I get better, it comes back, or so they say that it's bronchitis. I don't really know. Sinus infections, you name it, I haven't been able to really sing. Like, I have a tickle right now, but what was it, 2 weeks ago, when I was supposed to come on show Kisha and I couldn't come because I was man down in the emergency room. So the doctor says, like, I still have, like, the cough or whatever. She says it's going to go away soon. So at any rate, I made my phone calls, and Tuesday I'm going in to finish. I started one song, like, over the summer.
Oh, wow.
I started, because after my mother had passed away, I just wasn't here. And yeah, I did the song with CC, but it still wasn't Toni. It wasn't me. It was him, And now I've healed enough where I can go in and record. I just need to be fed now. And by that I mean be amongst other artists, other singers, vocalists and musicians and things of that nature, so I can get the what do you call it?
Like a muse.
I need it. Yeah. I need it because I've been away from it for a long time, and I know me. And then I get inside my head, and inside my head is a dangerous place to be because I'm an overthinker, and because I don't trust people, I'm always looking at everybody with my third eye. So it kind of stops me sometimes, which can be a good thing.
Yeah.
So, but at any rate, the stuff that I have sent to me are from people that I actually trust.
Okay.
And I'm actually excited. I can't wait. I so can't wait.
So you're putting together like an EP package, or are they going to be singles that you're going to release separately, or have you thought that far?
I believe they're all going to be released separately because it's different producers.
Oh, okay.
Like one is in France, one is in Italy, and 3 are here. So that was 5, not 4. Yeah.
So how does that, like, you just get an inbox from somebody and they're like, I have this track I want to send you. Basically, that's just out of nowhere, you just go in your inbox and that.
And I normally don't really check my inbox because,
yeah, it can be foolishness sometimes.
But sometimes Toni just look at it, and I read it, and we just happened to just have a conversation, typing back and forth because time differences, yada yada yada.
Right.
And this person asked me like, okay, so what do you require? And I was like, okay, well, look, listen, I have my own publishing, so we need to work it out, And we talked, sent me paperwork, sent me requirements. There you have it, tracking my, what do you call it, e-transfer? Sent to me. We transfer. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. And now it's just a matter of me going in and finally laying the dang vocals down. I've been sick. I have it all. I've been sick, and it's hard. What? It's not anything that I've ever done before, and I'm excited about it. So.
I know that's right, and you have the time to do it now.
Yeah, because I'm retired. I have retired people's behavior.
I'm sorry, could you say that one more time a little bit louder for the people in the cheap seats?
Retired people's behavior.
Yeah, so the next time y'all look at me cross-eyed about being retired, I need y'all to look over my shoulder in this video.
It's fun.
Oh my gosh.
I'm more busy now than I ever was.
And you know what? And I was I went to go visit the people that I used to work with today. And they were like, oh yeah, you done. I'm nonstop. Yeah. All the time. I'm running. Like I don't remember the last time I got a really good night's sleep, I can't remember.
Oh, I don't do that without drugs.
Yeah, see, and
That's
even
the pain.
with them,
Yeah.
I still.
Yeah. Because you'll go to bed late, you get up early, you know, because you're running. And I'm going to just put this out there, you know, I cut hair. Like barber.
Oh, really?
I do.
I had no idea, but I like that situation. Okay.
And so.
In the shop? Or, okay.
Legitimately.
See, this is what I like about the women that I know. I'm going to put it that way. And I always tell people, my cipher is the bomb. I can get anything I need within my cipher. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how it should be.
Yeah. Like, my village is bananas. Like, anybody who watching this now, you might want to get your kids into my village. Like, seriously. Because this is where your kids are going to prosper. Everybody I know does something not just professionally, but creatively. And they also have some other type of skill. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that in order to be prosperous, in order to, you know, keep a balance in your life, you need all those things.
You do. That was one of the things that prompted me. I said, to hell with Verizon. You know, I was still recuperating after having my back operated on. Wow. And then my mother passed away. And I had to go back to work like a month after she passed, like literally a month after she passed away. And my brain wasn't even, and something happened with the children. I had to leave. And I'm like, well, I don't feel like being here anyway. Just take me off the clock, you know, whatever. Oh, well, you can't leave unless your kids are going to the hospital. I said, hold the phone. Wait, what? And see, I'm very outspoken when I'm unhappy. So I basically, you know, threw the finger up and was just like, I'm out. Do what you want to do. I don't care. You know, and I grabbed my stuff and I left. And you gonna tell me I can't go take on my baby had to go to the doctor. Are you serious? At any rate, long story short, retired on Tuesday, went to school on Thursday, and graduated in July of last year. And, you know, it is what it is. You know, you gotta do it. And I've been doing stuff, makeup, hair, nails. I used to go door to door doing nails. Like, I used to live in Somerset, New Jersey, and I would hop on New Jersey Transit, and I would come all the way up to Maplewood to the then DeViouS building with my caboodle, and I would do all of the ladies' nails in the building. And then make that $400, get back on the 25, go back down to the train station, and take my butt back down to Somerset.
Wow.
I would do that.
I haven't heard of that like in forever.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I mean, I got layers.
Yes.
Like, for me to be sitting here telling you all this, you know, that's me divulging a whole bunch of stuff that I don't really divulge.
Yeah.
You know.
This secret squirrel right here. I'm telling you, like, for real.
To be a little, you know.
I understand. Keep it a little mystery, you know, for yourself and stuff like that.
They don't really need to know that much stuff about you. I'm just saying.
Did y'all just catch that? Did y'all see it? Because I saw it.
What I do? You saw, I'm sorry, I did it. I really put it out there, didn't I? I really had remorse when I did it too. I'm going to tell you.
What? When you put it out there, you mean?
What?
Oh, yeah.
My sister texted me, she was just like, you okay? I was like, hell no. It's done now. Then I talked to Couples and I told him, and he was like, well, you shouldn't have done it. Shut up. I'm being sensitive right now. He's like, well, you need to pick an emotion. You can't be a thug and then be sensitive. I'm like, I could be a sensitive thug.
Did you hear that?
He always be
Oh, God, he make me sick, too.
Oh,
with
see?
the stuff that he be posting, I be like, he lucky this ain't the old phone company where I can reach out and touch you. Because you need somebody to put some hands on you for some of the stuff that you post, is what I'm going to say. You really do. Yeah, it be downright. Like, anything that make me blush is whoo.
Me sitting there like,
I be like, what?
My new thing is, go sit down. Like, I can't tell you how many people's posts I have put that on lately. Go sit down. And then I'm busting out. You have me busting out laughing, acting like the straight fool in my own damn house because of the foolishness that I'm looking at. But I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
So what's wrong?
Yeah. It's a little of everybody. It's got something, all of us. Because we follow each other with the foolishness. And it be some foolishness. I'd be like, oh.
I just know this much. When I'm in it, when I'm in my feelings for whatever reason. Like this morning I was sensitive. That's when I was told that I should not be, I can't be sensitive and be a thug at the same time. I said I'll be good at 10 o'clock. Until then, leave me alone. At 10 o'clock, I log on to Facebook again. And then I see foolishness and I'm good. You know, like that's what I like to, I read other people's stuff.
Yeah.
I don't need to put my shit out there.
That's true.
Everybody else is out there.
Yeah.
Some, there shouldn't be. But
yeah, I mean, but I really had to take a day to sit down and regulate what comes up in my news feed and how.
oh, I've always been that way.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had the first thing that come up is like jokes and stuff like that because I know the first person that I see who puts something that's pissing me off, I need a buffer in between before I say something. You know?
Yes.
So thank Facebook for the security settings, some of you, because yeah, it could be that. Okay, so Toni Bowens for the future. What are your plans? Okay, I don't know if I want to, okay, well, let's do both. From, what do you want to accomplish, not in your family, not necessarily in music, but just for yourself? Like, what is it that you, now that you are in retirement, and you can do whatever you want to do? What are some of the things that you want to do?
Well, whatever. Honestly, I just want to live. Like, that's probably like the most boringest answer ever. But when I tell you that my perspective on life and how you should be, that's all I want to do is live. I want to emote happiness. I want to emote love. You know, I love love. I'm a big lover of love. Doesn't always come back that way. But I try to put it out. Random acts of kindness, little silly stuff, you know, not for recognition. You know, I surprised someone with a cake for their birthday. They, least person don't know me from a can of paint. Put it out there. I want this cake. What did I do? I inboxed the cake maker. Let's make this cake. How much it cost? PayPal the money. Here, there you go. Now, you know. Wow. And she was happy. You understand? Like, just little stuff like that. Because it doesn't cost much.
Right.
You know, and I do it not looking for stuff in return. I won't tell you that I don't get emotionally bombed when my feelings get hurt. Because I'm very sensitive. Oh, God, I put that out there, Jesus. But that's what it is I want to do. I want to hook up my studio equipment. Because I do have my own recording equipment. I want to move out of my house and hook up my equipment so I don't have to go to anybody else's place and do it in my own house. I have like the whole giant setup.
Nice.
That type of thing. And just, you know, be the best barbershop owner. Because, you know, you know, mommy, wife, boss, you know.
You could do all of that. Yeah, you can do all of that. I like that.
Just be fun and be free. That's it.
In regard to things that are, and sometimes we get into this with some of the other shows that I do with the Freedom Team and my dude Cliche. When he comes out, we talk about some of the things that are going on, you know, just in the world. And one of the most recent things, and I'm curious to hear your opinion, is the thing with this young man in Florida. With these, if you guys don't know the story, you must have been under a rock because it's been on the news. This young man that went to school, the school that he was expelled from, and killed 17 people. I want to know your thoughts before I say anything. Yeah, or we see it on your, it's kind of okay. Now, from what is it about that situation that makes you make that face?
He's 17. He is 17, right?
No, he's 19. He's
19.
Mm-hmm.
I often think back to when I was 19.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what in the hell happened. Why? What made life so bad for people that age and younger? I just had this conversation with someone.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can have that much hatred and anger built up into you at only 19 years. You've only been here. Now you have your whole life ahead of you. Mm-hmm. And then you want to go to a building and shoot up innocent people? For what? Did they even know who you were? Like, is this the legacy that you really wanted to have? Because now you're going away to the house of bigness for the rest of your days.
If they don't kill you.
If they don't, well, they might.
Yeah, they probably gonna.
They might, you know. But what makes it so bad? It's sad. I mean, I was literally in physical therapy having this conversation with the therapist. It's sad. You have an 8-year-old girl who hung herself. Mm-hmm. What the hell does she know about suicide? Mm-hmm. People don't know the finality of life and death. I don't think the realization hits. For him to be 19 years old, to wake up and get dressed and put the ammunition in that gun and go, come on.
Now, there was and this is, I don't like when people make excuses for this type of thing. And, you know, one of the things that they did was they touted, you know, I think he was in foster care and the latest foster care provider passed away and his parents were with him and, you know, it was just all of these different, exactly that face. Because that's the face that I made. Because for some reason, and maybe, and it's not that I don't have I don't have any empathy, and it's not that I'm not trying to sympathize, but the way that the media trots these people out in front of us, you know what I'm saying? You're the first thing you do is make all these excuses.
Right.
But if his skin, to me, I believe, if his skin had been a few shades darker, you'd have heard about all of the crimes he had committed,
all the negative
and
things.
all.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Other
don't like
things.
that. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that
At all.
And what I like least about it is that we keep falling for it. And the reason I say we keep falling for it, it's not that we don't know that it's happening, but when are we, meaning us,
People.
are we going to get mad enough to make these changes, make changes, to demand changes from the people who, you know, are making these reports and things? When are we going to say, look, that's not acceptable?
And I don't think, and honestly, part of me feels like some people probably just don't even know where to begin. My thing is, if you make a loud enough noise, you know, your voice will be heard. You know, I have proof with my own personal stuff. You speak your mind, you speak up. If you're one of those voices, you constantly keep speaking up, yes, it's going to get in trouble. That ain't the type of trouble that I'm talking about us doing, but we have to make noise. There's not enough people making noise. There's a lot of people doing a lot of talking. There's not enough noise. And I get the protests and things of that nature, but
We gotta move on.
what are they doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's covered on the news. Okay, but now what?
Right.
You understand? I don't. You come to me with something concrete. What it is I want to do, because honestly, I'm not beat to be marching in anyone's streets, with a bullhorn and the goddamn sign saying, you know, Black Lives Matter and all of those other things. I'm not beat for all of that, because you want to know why? That's just media coverage. I don't need to do it. I got Facebook Live. I could do whatever. I could put my picture out however I want. Let me know who the person up top is, and that's the person that we need to go to. Period, point blank. That's what it is. And honestly, you ain't got that much security. So if it's like 50 of us and 5 of y'all,
listen, we got you.
We got some noise. Y'all gotta listen to us. Office hours are, and we're gonna be there between. And you know, he can't get out the back door. He can't get out the front door. He can't fit in the air duct. He gotta come talk to us.
Yes.
That's just, you know.
And we don't do enough of that.
We don't. We don't do any of that.
Thank you. We don't do any of that. And the thing about it, and just like you said, it's really that simple. Like all of the protests that are going on. Like I admire the people for their time and effort because it's like you. It's not something I'm willing to do. I would much rather go see the person in charge, and we got to hold you accountable.
One of my favorite movies is The Equalizer with Denzel Washington. And at the end of that movie, he goes and he gets the head of the snake. Most powerful line in the whole movie. I want the head of the snake. It's really not. All you have to do is find out where the head of the snake is and just go to the head of the snake. It might be difficult, but you'll get there.
Right.
You have to. What's the word?
Persevere.
Persevere. Press on. You have to press on.
Yeah.
You have to.
Chop the head on.
Well, and I looked at I forget, it was something I must have been on Facebook or some social media site earlier, and what I saw, which was really, really disturbing to me, was there was another young kid who had written a letter in school saying that they were gonna come back and kill the ugly kids and the teachers, and I'm talking about, this is a grade school kid. This isn't high school. This is, I want to say, somewhere under the age of 12.
Wow.
Had written this letter in pencil with words spelled wrong. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get my guns, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna kill the ugly ass teachers and the ugly. How? There's a lot of parenting that needs to be done, because if your kids are having these thoughts, that maybe they're being exposed to a little bit too much.
Right. And why aren't you paying attention
to what they're being exposed to? Like, we know that you can't cover them 24 hours a day, but there's a real simple thing, and I noticed this in my nieces and nephews. Their whole disposition changes once you ask them what they learned in school.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
They could be in the foulest mood. Ask them, oh, what'd you learn at school today? How was school? It was okay. So tell me what you learned. All of a sudden, their entire attitude changes.
Oh, let me tell you. I asked my oldest son, that today when I picked him up. I always ask him every day, how was school today? The youngest one, we'll talk about him later because he's different. But, because he's different. He moving out, by the way. Just letting y'all know he's moving out. But the oldest one, he gets in the back of the car, and I'm like, so Brandon, how was school today? What did you learn? That fool had the audacity to fix his lips and say nothing. We got to the stop sign. I refused to pull off. I said, so you mean to tell me I dropped you off to school at 8:25 this morning, and from 8:25 until 3:06, you didn't learn a thing? Oh, and I have to come to your classroom on Monday. No, Mom. No, Mom. This is what we did. Oh, yeah, that's a little bit better. You don't try to pull that with me.
No.
No. And this is, people don't pay attention to their kids enough. I have ridiculous stories I could tell you another time if you like. But I'm just saying, people don't pay attention. Yeah. And I'm not trying to sound judgmental.
No, it's the truth though.
And
the truth is the truth.
So I'm just like,
go ahead.
But they need to pay attention. Be a mother or father to your child. They didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be here. And if you don't think that you can, let's do something. Who that singing? What? I'm trying to get acquainted.
Tanya be over there on some other stuff, but yeah.
Was that you singing? I'm trying to get my line right. No, that was somebody in newsfeed. Hurt my feelings.
Oh, okay. No, what I was just saying, you just gotta pay attention. You should pay. I had that conversation with someone too. Why is it that our children are? We grew up when we were growing up. Our next door neighbor had permission. There's not enough permission.
Yeah.
And then on top of having permission, when you got home, you got it twice. Punishment. You know, I understand we had to evolve. However, the core never should change.
Right.
And yeah, people were having kids younger, because that's what someone said. Oh, people were having children at a younger age, and they were still babies themselves. Well, the problem was they had their kids at a younger age, and their parents didn't make them take the responsibility to raise their kids. My mother told me flat out, don't bring no babies in this house. Because I raised mine, and I'm not taking care of yours. I was 38 when I had my oldest one. And my mother was like, oh, you know, watch him. I'll do this, I'll do that. You go back to what the motherfucker, man, I had that baby. That story changed. She did not babysit my son not one day.
Are you serious?
What? 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 No, she did not. And I'm like, Mommy, I haven't lived in your house in like over 20 years, so I'm not bringing any babies back home to you. And if I am dropping them off, I'm going to work. I'm coming to get them.
Right.
Nope.
No? Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
People should do that.
Yeah, they really should. And, you know, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. There's a simple formula for raising kids. You raise kids with a lot of love and a little fear. If they don't fear anything, you are creating a very dangerous individual to be out in society. That's one. Two things that you need to do with a child. One, you need to hug them.
Yes.
When either they get home from school or you get home from work, hug your children.
Yes.
I'm not talking about burp them, oh, bop, bop, bop. No. Grab them and hold their body.
Love them.
For a minute. Regardless of how uncomfortable they might think it is, regardless of how uncomfortable it might be for you. Hug your children every day. The other thing is, ask them how their day was, and let them tell. I'm sorry. All of a sudden, this became a pointer because I was 2 seconds for in my head. I was here with it. Like, you need to. I'm sorry.
You're gonna have to get a new mic.
Yeah, you know what? I wish I could just hook my Bluetooth up to this whole situation and make it happen. But yeah, we might have to work on that. Hug your kids, take an interest in how their day was. That is 5 to 10 minutes out of your life every day.
And it means everything.
It'll mean everything to them. Everything. If you have a child who is not doing well in school, I guarantee you that will change. Doing those two simple little things. You have to do it. You have to do it. These kids aren't raised today. And y'all know, I'm going to talk about the kids. Because, first of all, we in a community center right here. That's for the kids. So I do this. I'm glad that I do this here because it gives me an opportunity to be in a space to think about what's important, and that is posterity. It truly is. We have to be more mindful of the society that we are leaving to the children. I'm sorry. Y'all know I soapbox every now and then. I apologize. I soapbox every now and then. So there's actually something I want to know. I know that we running low on time, and I think we are, right? How much time we got?
15 minutes.
Oh, snap. No, good. We're not running low on time.
Oh, okay.
Good. What I want to know, from your memory, I know we jump all over the place here. Y'all know how we get down. It just dawned on me, this question.
Excuse me.
What was, because I remember for me what it was. What was the song that made you fall in love with house music?
House?
Or, this genre of music that we listened to in the clubs, however it was when it started. I remember where I was. I remember what the song is. And I'll pull it up on my phone if you need me to. Because I don't know what it was about that song. It just caught my attention so much.
Okay. There is no one song.
There's no one song.
There is no one song.
Okay.
Back in my days of dancing at Sterling's, when Jihad used to play there, Lonely People.
Club Lonely, yes.
God. When I used to hang out on Crescent Lane in Irvington, there's this song by this Black Tulip called Sing of Love. You've got to sing of love in times of war. And it was vocals and everything was because I'm a bass head. Ooh, what?
Yeah.
Oh God, Black Betty. Just because it was getting, you know, ugly with it. You know, ugly with it. I can't. There is no one song. No, there really is not. There really is not.
French Kiss.
What?
Listen. If you were a teenager when French Kiss came out, that was where you got your grind on.
All the way on.
I'm telling you, these kids don't know nothing about this right here. Because French Kiss was, you grind all the way down to the ground and make it slow as the music slow down. And then as the music come back up, y'all listen, it was a situation.
Oh my God.
Is what it was. Oh my good. And the music that we listened to then is so different from what kids listen to now. That phase, like I often liken the temperature of society or the temperature of the generation. You can take the temperature by the music, and
right now it's all about sex and drugs and getting high and
this generation it got a temperature 105. They should be in a coma.
Get some money.
Yeah, like.
And why am I sitting in the car at 48 years old? Bopping to the damn track. I don't like the lyrics, but I'm getting
it. At all, right?
I'm getting it all the way in.
Yeah.
And my kids in the backs, you know, because we only listen to the clean versions. Yeah. Because you kind of got to be on top of it.
Yeah, you do.
You know, and even the clean versions are not
all that clean.
So, it's inappropriate and they're changing it. Mom, can we listen to this?
No. One thing I like being an adult with no kids is I can listen to all the dirty versions I want to, and I have to catch myself like if my mama in the car, I can't listen to none of my music. I got to turn on the radio because everything I'm listening to, everything with every curse in it that I like that sound nasty, but like I like Biggie.
Yeah.
And Biggie got a lot of cussing in situations in it.
Yes.
And, old school hip hop got some cussing in it. So I have to be mindful, like, even though there was message music still at the same time, or they were talking about situations in their everyday life, they weren't poses, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a whole different situation.
Yeah. I expose my kids to a lot of different music, stuff that I grew up on, and then I have to be open to listen to the stuff that they play now because I want to be aware. Not that I want to be the cool mom, I want to be their friend, but I have to make sure that I want them to stay kids as long as they can stay kids, if that makes any type of sense. It's a hard job, but I make sure that they, honestly, I think I expose them more to stuff that I grew up with, and other music. I try to let them listen to that more so than what they listen to themselves. Sometimes they know songs, and I'm like, well, where did you hear that from? Because I don't play it in the car. Where did you hear that from? I don't know where these kids are getting the music from. And then it's like, okay, well, they're at their friend's house. Or if they're getting in the van for aftercare, they have the radio playing, and, and I'm like, oh, damn. You got to rethink your whole situation then.
Yeah.
But I try to expose them all the time. Let me tell you, I'm an Earth, Wind, and Fire. What? What?
Listen.
What?
Yes.
Listen. Between them and Stevie Wonder, my life is complete.
All the way. But let me tell you, a song by OJ is called Brandy. You know Brandy. I really miss you.
Yes.
So what I did was to make my kids really like the song and pay attention to the lyrics, because my oldest son's name is Brandon. I really miss you, Brandon. You understand what I'm saying? And now when that song comes on, because I X them in the car, they're both back there singing Brandon.
I love it.
You gotta get creative with it. I do it. And they listen to Adele, and they listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and they listen to Stevie Wonder, and they know Evelyn Champagne King. My youngest, he's only 6, will sing the whole song.
What?
Yes, indeed. Stephanie Mills.
Get out of here.
I
love that, though. I love that. I love to see little kids with singing music that's older than them. I love it.
Well, mommy, how do you know this song? Is this song old? Yes, baby. Well, How old is this song? This song came out when I was your age.
And they pause.
And then they sit there and Jace will just gaze out the window. And he's taking it all in because he loves to sing. My youngest one loves to sing. And so he's singing whatever it is he's singing in his froggy voice. And then Brandon is trying to do all of the different melodies. He's trying to do the high note, the mid note. You know, he's trying to do it all. So we're in the car.
It's a group in the car.
What the?
Look, I own it. I don't mean to be making this whole situation about my children, but I love my kids.
No, it should be a big part of your life, though. Anybody who has a parent and you never hear about their kids, that's a problem.
Everybody knows the Minions. Everybody knows the Minions. Echo and Jekyll, Tom and Jerry.
Yeah,
Costello. You get it? That's what they are.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh.
Doc Martens.
You got 5 minutes.
No, these are actually Skechers, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
These are
the only pair of Skechers that I have that I like. All the rest of them with the heels on them are Doc Martens at home.
Okay, yeah, because I was a big
so
person.
listen.
I used to be able to twirl.
Listen.
I used to be able to dance, my God.
Me too. I used to.
What
kills me is when people come up to me and be like, "Oh yeah, you dance real good." Not anymore. Yeah, that's a used to. I used to be able to, unless I take a lot of stuff, and then I might be able to, But other than that, definitely. But I used to love that, like coming home from the shelter on Sunday morning.
What? We would go to IHOP.
And when you wake up about 4 in the afternoon,
yes,
you all sore.
Yep.
And you just lay in bed and watch movies for the rest of the day.
All day.
And then get ready for work on Monday. That's what I used to do. I used to love that. That soreness, that made God, I had a good time.
I used to party from Thursday to Sunday. Remember it was, what was that damn club at Irvington? On Stuyvesant. Sanford Avenue.
Cosmos?
Thursday night.
Yes.
Yeah, understand what I'm saying? Then it was Mirage.
Ooh,
Then it was Sterling. And that was after the Danza Bar. And then it was the Shelter on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then you go Cosmos again on Sunday.
Wow.
That was Stefan John.
Yeah.
Party. I was
do your
sick with it.
Do your kids like to go out and dance?
No.
Thank
God. They're young. They're only 9 and 6. They can't go anywhere.
Oh, right. No, but okay, I remember being young and we would be at house parties. As long as there was music, the kids would dance. We would dance. We had no problem. Just that nobody had to tell us. I used to be off in the corner at 4 years old dancing. I remember being off I would leave everybody over there and I go dance in my corner.
No, my oldest one is not that type of kid. He is his father's child through and through. Lord bless his soul. But that young spirited one is mine. Lord God bless his soul. He don't need he is just always on.
Oh, wow.
He doesn't need any permission to do anything. If it hits him, he's doing it. Cartwheeling, backflipping, you name it, he is doing it. He's always on dancing, singing, you name it, it's him. The other one, come on, Brandon, you gotta do it. Gotta kind of egg him on a little bit, but no. And I don't trust people, so my kids won't be going everywhere because I'll catch a case, and I have a lot to lose.
And like you were saying earlier, when we were younger, the neighbor had permission. Because we trusted the neighbor. Your parents were able to trust the neighbor. And I find it for those of you y'all have heard me talk about where I was working before. I was working at welfare, and I used not at welfare but with welfare clients. And one of the saddest things I used to hear, and I was actually talking to Tariq about this, was when the young women would come in and they would be like, no, ain't nobody watching my baby. I don't trust none of these people. And I'd be like, there's nobody in your life that you can trust to leave your kid with? Like, that has got to be like the loneliest. You know what I'm saying? That's so difficult because when we were little, me and my brother and my sister all over to my aunt's house.
Yeah, well, that's how it was with us too. Even now, if it wasn't for my aunt Brenda, I don't know what I would do. Like my sister, she lives further away from me now, or my dad. But those are my core people. You understand? My dad is in his 70s. My aunt, how do I leave my kids with somebody? It was hard for me. They have friends that they share. This woman, her boys are the same age as my sons, and they're in the same class. So I went over there, met with the husband, met everybody, and then I was comfortable. But what really scared me was I have a cousin that came up from California, and he told me about this app that you install on your phone, and it lets you know where all the registered pedophiles are.
You pulled it up in your neighborhood and...
Damn.
Listen.
You can't walk 3 feet. It's a pedophile living down the street. Like, really? I look at you every day. You're a goddamn pedophile? Are you serious?
But you know what, though? I don't know if that app, because I know which app you're talking about. A lot of times they don't put what tier the person is, and the tier really does tell you whether the person is a pedophile or it's a sex offense that could have been misconstrued from something else. Because there's like 4 different levels to that Megan Law thing. And sometimes they lump guys into it, and it may not necessarily, like that may have been the plea. Out. I'm going to take this Megan Law so I don't got to go to jail, but it's community supervision for life. Like, it really doesn't tell you sometimes about who it is. But they're supposed to let you know when a certain level is in your neighborhood. Because I actually got a flyer one time. I was like, oh shit, they actually do this. Like, that was the first time, one and only time I got a flyer saying, there's such and such has moved into the neighborhood. It's our duty to tell you, yada, yada, yada. But just the fact that we can't do that anymore.
I'm one of those. I'm making sure, like, there's another young lady that I used to go to church with. Her daughter, I remember when her daughter was 5. This was long before, I even had kids. She's 21 now, whatever. She's like, oh yeah, I'll watch the kids. But because I know her since she was an itty bitty herself, I would trust her to watch my kids. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those, but because, and I think community-wise, people don't get out enough and speak to each other and things of that nature to get to know who your neighbors are and whatnot. And that would be a great big help. Where we live, my neighbors are Hispanic that live next door to me, and they barely speak English. But I allow my kids to go outside and play with them, and they play well. They had a birthday party. Oh yeah, the kids can come over and play. The door is open. I'm good. We're right across the driveway because if anything happens, whatever. Their house caught on fire. They have no place to go, including this damn pit bull. Wow. Everybody is in my living room. You understand what I'm saying? You get to know. And they still, again, don't speak very good English. But you got to get to know what's going on. When my husband now was going through his thing in October, a week after his birthday, he was on life support. I go to the damn hospital. There's a bunch of people in there that I know live around me. The one person that came to our aid lives 4 doors down, and he would see Mark walking up and down the block. That's how he knew who we were. He stopped everything that he was doing and took him to the back. And if it wasn't for all of that, Mark wouldn't be here today.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You got to get to know the people around you. You just don't pay attention to the cars and who. You have to know the people, and just be, and I did say I don't trust folks because I really don't. If I can't spend any time with you, whatever.
Right. It's not an automatic thing. It's something that we have to build up. We have to build. Basically, you're saying we got to build relationships.
We have to build It's so important to build relationships. How many of us are Facebook friends?
Right.
Follow each other on Instagram. You can see me walking down the street.
Don't say nothing for me.
I think that's her.
I think
that's him. But it won't even say hello. It don't hurt. But you stare at him just like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And see, and I'm one of those. If I see you staring at me, I'm like, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm gonna make you speak. I'm gonna make you speak because you obviously either like something about me. You might think you know me. Or something else. We're going to get to the bottom of it right then and right there.
I'm the same way, yes.
Right then and right there.
Hello, how are you?
And when you do things like perform in front of people, it makes it a little bit worse because you have these strange people coming up to you who see you on Facebook or whatever all the time. And you're like, Who the hell was that just hugged me?
Yeah, because I'm bad with names.
Oh,
so bad with
I'm
names.
so glad you brought that up because if you see me out somewhere and you hug me or say what's up to me and I say, hey, bruh, or what's up, sis? It's because I probably don't know your name and it's not for lack of trying. I only got 7 left. I got 7 brain cells left and those need to last me till the end of my days. So I can't fill it with names all the time. I jollipies. If you say it to me 50, 11 times, eventually I'll catch on. But I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, but
I'm terrible.
But if you don't have dialogue with these people on a regular basis,
yeah, I'm not going to remember
your name.
Yeah.
If I'm not making an effort and you're not making an effort, I'm not going to remember your name. You understand what I'm saying? If I reach out to you and you don't reciprocate, I'm not going to remember your name. You know, it's just that simple. You know, I want to know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
The people that I am FBFs with, a lot of them I have never met.
Yeah.
The ones that I have met, I can genuinely say that I actually have love for them. I don't know these people like that, but because of the person that I am, I have love for them. I'm interested in their life. I'm interested in making sure, are you okay? I don't mind sending a text message to say, are you okay? Sometimes I don't even have to do that because I read it, you know. But then sometimes they may put something out there, and it may say, if I have your number, I'll send a text message real fast. Are you okay, sis? Bruh, what's going on? You good? Because we have to forge relationships. Not because I want something from you, because I really don't.
Right.
I really thoroughly don't. But I'm not going to turn down help, but I really don't want anything from you. I just want to be transparent with you. That's it. That's it. And that's free.
How about that? How about that? So we're going to ask, I'm going to ask, take it as a challenge for the week, for the weekend or next week coming, to learn one of your neighbors' names. I'm not saying invite them over for martinis or nothing like that. Just start pick one neighbor that you see often and just start speaking to them. Hey, how you doing? And actually listen for their response though. Just try that and see how it works for you. And don't forget, hug your kids and ask them how their day was. And listen to how their day was. Let them get excited and explain it to you and do all the things that they were doing in school for you. Yes. Let them redo the whole thing for you. Let them do that. Let them do that.
Don't forget to ask them what they want to be.
Yes. Yes.
Because at a young age, they can change their minds. And I'm sorry, I'm just talking. They can change their minds. They change their minds often. When they are at this spongy age, they change their minds often. Not only ask them how their day was, what did you learn today? What do you want to be when you grow up? Listen to the stories that they tell you. It is very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Very interesting. So, you know, you got to take time.
So what you want to say to everybody before we get out of here?
I really don't know. You know what? Hello. Thank you all for listening to me. I'm going to say this to you, and they can listen.
Okay.
I'm so silly. Oh my God. Yes, y'all know that I'm silly. Thank you very much for inviting me on the show.
Oh.
Making me feel comfortable enough to divulge a little bit about myself. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, those of you that did. I saw how the number, it rose up and then it died back down. Maybe I wasn't interested enough for them, but that's okay.
Oh no, that's not it. There's a bunch of people that's going to watch it later.
Oh, of course they are. Look, of course they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm really not as bad. You know, I'm Coco Radiant and Toni Bowens.
A couple of different situations.
Yeah.
And look, if you've seen Coco sing, because that was the first time that I consciously remember seeing you perform at Elevation when I had not like somebody forced me to do it, but when I had the pleasure of introducing you and Kesha for I didn't know who they were, so I'm like, who are they? So I'm asking like dipping them like, who are they? And Ditch go, oh, okay, they right there. Okay, ladies, how y'all doing? Yada 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 da da da. Well, y'all got up there and sang. It's like, why have I not heard y'all sing before?
Well, you know, people don't play your music, you know. Sometimes that's a whole different situation in itself. But you know, you have to have exposure, and your songs have to be played, and you know, for whatever reason they're not being played. You know, for myself, you know, I don't know. I've been told different stories about, well, that one last song, Karma, the one that I did with Joe. You know, I heard different things about it. It wasn't that it was bad. Sometimes it didn't tell a story enough, or, you know, it just, whatever it was, you know, they just didn't play it that much. But the people that did play it, they enjoyed it. And to my surprise, there was a lot of people that actually knew the words to the hook. So that made me feel super proud.
Yeah.
You know, DeViouS, DJ DeViouS, everybody knows him. He, I think, was one of the first DJs that gave me Burn. And I was like, wow. You know, like, thank you. You know, people have to know your music. They have to hear your music to know it. If you don't hear it or whatever, if they don't, like you didn't know because you didn't hear your song. You didn't hear it. So, you know, I'm not going to beg anybody to play it. I just hope that I put out good music, and maybe this is the sound that they're looking for, and they'll play it. You know, whatever.
Well, I don't have any other music, and I need some.
Oh, so you're gonna have to send Tiny some music.
Yes, please.
Because this isn't just like the talk show station.
Okay.
Like there's music that streams 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
So you can go ahead and put that in rotation. And people in 232 countries can hear your song.
Oh yeah, that would be really, really good. Then I won't have to pay for my Facebook boost when I put my music out, because I really put music out, and I pay for my boost. Yes, I am one of those. I pay for my boost. I'm not ashamed to say it.
I know. Yeah, you should.
You know,
you have to invest in you.
Invest in yourself. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I was told once before, like, no, don't do that. We'll take care of all of that. I don't want you to do that. It wasn't a good thing, and it didn't make me feel really comfortable. But I didn't do it anymore because there was no return for me. You know, and so that just changed the whole dynamic of, you know. But this is not to bash anyone, you know, because I'm never going to call out a name unless I'm forced to. However, you know, we just changed. We just changed the way we deal with people. You know, our relationship is forever changed.
That's
It is, you know.
That's it.
Too bad we only got an hour.
I know. But you know what though? I'm glad my show is an hour because I get to invite people back.
Yes, when my music comes out.
Yes. And you know, there's always that opportunity. That's why I'm like, okay, I'll just keep it at an hour because I don't want to exhaust everybody in 2 hours and, you know.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to invite you back when your project's done, and then we can talk about some more stuff. And
We can have wine and cheese and crackers.
Yeah. She has said that. Everybody, thank Miss Toni Bowens for joining us. Now, if you get an opportunity to listen to it on the website, you're gonna hear sounds and effects and stuff, and the music playing in the background, and the applause for you. And because on here, you know, this is just the interactive part where people, you know, jump into the chat room. But if everybody was on the site, there's a chat room there. But most people don't listen to it on the site. Well, not the Facebook friends anyway. People in other countries watch it from the site. But you know, for the Facebook family, who knows, you know. They mostly watch it here, but it's a different situation. And I always tell y'all it's a different situation. So, but much love and appreciation. I thank you so much for coming. I had a wonderful time.
I did too.
I'm glad, and we will have to have you back.
There will be no more surprises when I park my car.
Oh, at all. No, yeah. That,
Mr. Davis.
I'm sorry.
I'm just here to tell you, I just love you to death. But there will be no more coming for me on speakerphone. Okay? Mr. Copels, I will be a sensitive thug forever and a day. Okay? And I'm giving you face. Okay?
Just like that.
And Schumacher.
Yeah.
Ooh, I swear I didn't know that you were in Aries. I am so here for it. Thank you, Jesus.
Listen.
Thank you. I am so glad that I got an explanation.
Yeah, it makes sense now, right?
Because I straight up asked him, why y'all always making him have outbursts like that? Now I know.
Yeah, that's where it comes from.
It's okay though.
Yeah.
It's so
look,
so
the foolishness. Look, I explain Aries to people like this. we're like the most intelligent babies you ever want to meet.
Yes.
That's the best way I know how to explain, because we're the babies of the zodiac, but we are the most intelligent babies that you ever want to meet. So you have to let us do it, but sometimes we might mess it up because that's what babies do.
Yeah, that's what we do.
And I have outbursts and things. But anyway, we about to get out of here. I thank all of you guys for watching. I thank you for tuning in. Much love again to my beautiful, beautiful guest, Miss Toni Bowens. To all of you guys who stayed in the chat room, much love and appreciation. I thank you guys for coming through. I think there's, I'm not sure, but check my page for events tonight.
Howard. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Bruce. I can't see anybody.
Oh, Bruce and they got in there. All of y'all, we thank y'all. To everybody who was out there on the Ustream and everybody on GS Radio North, we thank you guys. Share the videos. That is the only way that we will keep this thing moving, is you guys have to share the videos. And for those of you who have walked up to me at some point and said, how come I haven't been on your show? Ask yourself this question: have you shared my video? So we'll just take it from there. Share my video and then we can have a conversation. People in the 32 countries, hey, we appreciate all of you guys for watching. We love you for listening. Everybody out there in the champagne room, because we are in the champagne room with Tanya Champagne. Much love and appreciation to you guys. I thank you guys for watching. I love you for listening, and we will see you right here next DeViouS Friday. Remember that the harder you fall, the higher you bounce. Remember that when you tripping. So, yeah. Yes. And to everybody who is in here.
Oh my God.
This time I actually left the camera sideways so y'all could get a view. It is. Bruce is in here. Avisa, Sheila, Tariq, Lewis, Mark Angel. No?
No.
Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. Steve Davis.
Yes.
Lisa Perkins, Dow Jackson, Bill Stanford, Sadat,
All of these people.
Curtis, Faith, Howard, Tariq,
Hi.
Tiffany. Oh, my niece was in here. Tiffany, hey. Dawood, Sound Lakeamak, Deron Tariq,
Wow.
Kesha Link,
Okay.
Antoinette Tuttles, Crystal Lavelle, Musa Smith, Nancy Easley,
You know,
Princess
Crystal Lavelle
Allen.
is gonna be performing soon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she is. Her song. She has a song out called "Finally." It's a gospel house.
Oh,
I
okay.
have to put my glasses on because I can't see. Ooh, my hair is back.
That's what-
But yeah, her song is so dope.
Oh, nice.
She did all of her vocals, all of her backgrounds, and I told you I'm a lyrical girl, and I love harmonies.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all haven't heard it, y'all need to listen to Crystal Lavelle's "Finally." It's
Nice.
on. I think it's on Track Source. You can get it on. It might be everywhere now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but listen to it. Yes,
Crystal
Finally.
Lavelle. Okay, Crystal, we got to have you
Crystal
down here
Lavelle.
then.
Yes, you should. Yes.
And of course, my my Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Did you see The Devil Wears Prada?
I did.
Remember how she kept calling Emily?
Mm-hmm.
Nunu's my Emily.
Oh, Nuna Rocks.
Yep.
Hey, beautiful.
Yes.
I haven't seen you since Charles's thing all the way up there by the bridge.
Oh, dang.
But you are beautiful. Remember that.
Oh, my twin was in here. Hey, Deshane.
Hi, Deshane.
That's my twin,
Who
Deshane Jones. She's born the same day.
Ooh.
That's why we call each other twin. We met at college.
Okay.
She's from Baltimore.
I have a cousin who shares my birthday.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Aries behavior.
It's a sick thing. I love
Ooh,
it.
I love
Tanisha was in here.
Yes.
Teresa.
Hey, y'all.
Eric Wigfall, my dude.
He's a nice guy.
Skills Pi Lambda, Pretoria Jenkins.
Hey, Pretoria.
Oh, Marie Thompson.
Hey, Marie.
Yes. Oh, Toni Bowens was in here. Dawn Williams, Donna Turner,
Dawn.
Sarah, and of course Shumaka and Curtis. I thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for, always holding me down. You see I'm trying to look to find out where the camera is because the phone is sideways. But yeah, so I will see you guys next week. Next week, I think, what's next week? Is next week Kesha?
Is Kesha next week?
Is she? It might be. At any rate, when I find out, I'll let you know. Yeah, then I think she is next week. Okay, so next week, Kesha.
Hope you guys
We out.
enjoyed it.
So
Hope you guys enjoyed